begin to settle in.
Is there any props we need?
No props. You can have a walking by if you need it. All right, I'm going to mute everybody now. Have a great class, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and start here in hero pose. For those of you playing music, you can go ahead and begin your music now. And let's all close our eyes. And take a huge deep breath here in through the nose. And exhale, let it go. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath here in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. And now just let the breath flow naturally in and out of the nose. Notice the rhythm, the cadence of your breath. Notice the tempo, the speed, and the depth of your breath. And just begin to notice where in the body the breath feels the most prominent. And let's slowly begin to deepen the breath, really seeing if you can sense that feeling of the breath filling from bottom to top. And softly releasing from top to bottom. And begin to deepen and lengthen the breath on either end. Begin to relax the shoulders. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Relaxing the jaw. Now, keeping your eyes closed, we're going to take a Viloma pranayama, so I will guide you through this very specific style of breathing. Let's take a deep breath together in through the nose. Exhale, let it all go. On your next inhale, draw in a third of the breath and hold. Draw in that second third, hold the breath. And now fill up completely, drawing in that final third. Tuck the chin, hold the breath. And release the breath in the chin. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale a third of your capacity and hold the breath. Inhale the second third, hold the breath. Inhale to the very top, hold the breath, tuck the chin. And release the chin and the breath. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale a third of the breath and hold. Inhale that second third, hold the breath. Inhale all the way up to the top, tuck the chin, hold the breath. Release the breath in the chin, blink the eyes open. And now as you inhale, stretch your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Good. As you exhale, hands behind the low back, interlace the fingers, squeeze the palms together. See if you can draw your shoulders up and back. And now we're going to take our hands over towards our right hip. So do the best you can there. And now drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. And just feel that nice stretch in the side of the neck. Good. Maybe tuck the chin towards the right shoulder and just start to move a little bit into the neck. And lifting the head, unwinding the arms, taking them to your left hip. Good. Dropping your left ear towards your left shoulder. Just feeling that nice stretch in the right side of the neck. Maybe tucking the chin down towards the shoulder. And then lifting the head, unwinding, swimming the arms all the way up and overhead. And as you exhale, fold forward over your legs, coming into a version of child's pose that feels best to you. So maybe knees together or knees apart. Good, and just notice the breath again here. Good. Now slowly begin to walk the hands off the mat to the right side. Just a little side body stretch. So even if you're seated here, you can take the side body stretch from there. Good. Pressing that left hip back towards the left heel. Maybe crawling those left fingertips a little bit further forward. Take a deep breath again in through the nose. And exhale, let it go. Slowly crawling the hands back through center and off the mat to your left side. And pressing that right hip back towards the right heel. Maybe crawling those right fingertips a little further forward. And taking a deep breath here in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Good. And now slowly come back through center and rise up to hands and knees. And I know we wanted to get into the core a little bit here at the beginning, so I'm going to ask you to slide your legs out to one side or the other and come to laying on your back. All the way down onto your back on the floor. And let's just start with a bend in the knees. And since we've taken this transition, maybe just checking in with the low back and seeing how it feels here. Good. Now hugging both knees in towards your chest if they're not already there. And flexing both of your feet. Good. Now release your hands down to the floor and you're gonna take your knees so they're stacked right over top of your hips and your shins are parallel to the ceiling. So we're creating this L shape in the legs. Good. Now begin to engage your low belly. Notice the low back curve here and see if you can imprint the low back onto the floor. So there's no longer a low back curve. We really want to engage our abdominal muscles here. As you inhale, tap your right toes down to the floor. As you exhale, bring that right knee back up. Good. Inhale, tap the left toes down. Exhale, bring the left knee up. And then continue on with that on your own. And the whole time you're pressing your low back into the floor, the upper back into the floor, and going really as slowly as you can here. Remember, shins stay parallel to the ceiling. And we're going to do this probably for about 30 more seconds, really starting to feel that core wake up, feeling the transverse abdominal muscles really start to awaken here, our core sitting muscles. Good, a few more rounds. Nice and slow start this morning. Good. Take one more round, even out the sides. And then hug the knees in towards the chest. Good, gently rock side to side. Good, let's bring our arms out to a T. And softly drop the knees to your right as you take your gaze to the left. Good, nice deep breath here in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Good, inhale, bring the knees back through center. And as you exhale, drop the knees to the left, take your gaze to the right. Good, a nice deep breath here in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Good, and slowly come back through center. Good, begin to rock forward and backward if you can, coming all the way back up to hands and knees. Right up into table pose. Good, and then right away into downward facing dog. Tucking those toes, lifting the hips up and back, maybe pedaling the feet back and forth here if that feels good. And dropping the weight of the head, maybe swaying the head side to side, really letting go of all of that tension that might be accumulated in the shoulders, in the neck. Good. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. Exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, and let's hang and dangle here in a forward fold for a few breaths, maybe swaying side to side. Good, unlocking the knees. Good, push into the feet, and as you inhale, rise all the way up to standing, swim the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, mountain pose, bring the arms alongside you and pause there for just a moment. We're gonna be making our way through a few variations of sun salutation A in just a moment here, so stay with me. Inhale, swim the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, top of a push-up. Good. Pausing here, pressing those palms into the mat. Imagine dragging the thumbs towards each other as you push the floor away. Feel really strong here. Engage those abdominal muscles. Good. Slowly lower halfway down, chaturanga. Nice. Inhale through to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Now as you inhale, drop the knees, cow pose, lift the belly, lift the chest. This is our variation today. Exhale, round the spine, drop the head, cat pose. Good. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Good. I'll do the next one with you in just a moment here. Again, sway the head side to side. We're going to take this one just a few times. Good. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. Exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Good. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, swim the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, really fluid here. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Nice. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step to the back of the mat, top of a push-up. Good, pausing here, breathing here, seeing if you can engage those low belly muscles. Engage the thighs. Press the heels back. Good, exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale through to upward facing dog. Good, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the knees, lift the chest, cow pose. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, round the spine, cat pose. Good, press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice job, everyone. Let's just hang here for a few breaths, pedal those feet back and forth. Hug the upper arm bones in here. We want to make sure that those shoulders aren't scrunching up around the shoulders. So hug the upper arm bones in. Feel the shoulders externally rotate away from the ears. Good. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. Exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Beautiful job, everyone. One more round just like that. Inhale, swim the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, swim the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, top of a push-up. Remember to modify if you need to at any time here. Breathe. Think about that navel hugging in and up. Good, really hugging, even here, the upper arm bones are hugging in towards each other. We're feeling those shoulders really supporting the weight of the body. Good, as we exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale through to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the knees, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine, drop the head. And downward facing dog. We'll begin to move on after this round here. Again, pedaling those feet back and forth and just noticing the changes in the body. Notice how you're starting to feel warmer. Notice how the breath's starting to feel maybe a little bit more effortless and fluid. Let's take a deep breath again together in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. Exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great job, everyone. Let's inhale, take those arms up, maybe gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Good, and this time as you exhale, plant the hands, step your right leg to the back of the mat and drop your right knee down. Inhale, low lunge, arms rise. Good, and this first time here, we're just gonna hang out here for a few breaths, start to settle in. Notice how it feels in the hips. See if you can hug those inner thighs in. Palms facing each other here. Good, now come down and forward into the hips just a little bit more. Keep the arms up. Good. Good. Now, as you exhale, swim your arms back in space, tuck your right toes, lift your knees. So we're in this version here. Good. Starting to press into that right foot. Starting to feel the muscles of the legs wake up. Keep the legs right where they're at. Swim the arms forward for lightning bolt. So arms are going to be right alongside the ears here, palms facing each other. Hug those inner thighs in. Push down into your left foot and rise up to crescent warrior. So chest forward, arms up, breathe. Good, probably really feeling the effects now of the strength building in the leg. Good. As you exhale, drop your hands down to surround your left foot. Shift your hips up and back for waterfall. So a nice little hamstring stretch so that left foot stays forward. And we're melting over the left leg. Good. Crown of the head drawing towards the toes. Release the weight of the head here. Good. Now softly rebend into that left knee. Drop the right knee back down to the floor. Inhale back to low lunge. Let's really get into those hip flexors on that right side. As you exhale, drop the hands down, slide back, top of a push-up. Good, breathe. Good, and then stay with me here because it's gonna be a slight variation. As you exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale through to upward facing dog. Now, as you exhale, hug your right knee in towards your chest. Just lift your hips a little bit. So up dog crunch. I'll come back and do this one. Yeah. Exhale, upward facing dog. Knee to chest, left side. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, and then just breathe. Remember that we have child's pose available to us anytime we need it. Good, a few more breaths here. Good, inhale, rise to the tippy toes. Exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, find length. And exhale, fold. Nice job, everyone. Inhale, swim the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful work. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hand, step your left leg to the back of the mat. Drop that left knee down. Inhale, arms rise, low lunge. Good, and we'll hang out here again for at least a few breaths, just really feeling into this left side. See if you can get the arms straight up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other. Good. Keep breathing, coming forward into the hips just a little bit more if you can. Good. Now swim your arms back, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Good, awesome job, everyone. Breathe, hug those inner thighs in, push into that left foot. Keep the torso where it's at. Take the arms forward, lightning bolt. Good, beautiful job. So we really want to feel the strength now in that right side. So push into your right foot as you rise up to crescent warrior. Lift the chest. Good. Breathe, hug those inner thighs in. And remember, stability in that back leg as well. So hug the back leg muscles onto the bone of the back leg. Keep breathing, squeeze the belly in. Couple more breaths. Good. As you exhale, drop the hands down to the floor. Stretch that right leg straight. Waterfall pose. Drop the weight of the head. Tuck the chin. Just melting over that right leg. A few more breaths here. Imagine crown of the head reaching down towards those toes. Good. Rebend into the right knee. Drop the left knee back down to the floor. Inhale, arms rise, low lunge. Nice. Exhale, drop the hands, slide back, top of a push-up. And breathe. Remember, stay with me. We're going to be doing those up dog crunches here. So as you exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale through to upward facing dog. Exhale, right knee to chest. Hug it in. Use your core. Inhale, slide the leg back, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, left knee, hug it in. Inhale, slide it back, upward facing dog. Nice job. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job, everybody. Why don't we take a child's pose here just as a reminder that it's here. So drop the knees, sink the hips back towards the heels. Take a few breaths. Let's take just one more deep, full breath here. Inhale, rise to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. I'm going to add a little bit on this round. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. Exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Good. Inhale, lift halfway, find length. Exhale, fold, relax the head. Nice. Inhale, swim the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. This time now walk the big toes together, walk the feet together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. Exhale, chair pose, sit down and back. Good. See if you can keep the arms alongside the ears here. Breathe, hug the navel in. And then see if you can sit down and back maybe another inch. Good. Taking the hands behind the low back, interlacing the fingers if you can reach. Inhale, stretch the heart open, stretch the arms straight. Exhale, fold forward, keeping that bind behind the back. Good. Just dropping those arms any distance away from the back that you can. Good. Releasing the hands down to the floor. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right leg to the back of the mat, drop that right knee down. Inhale, arms rise, low lunge. Good, again, pressing forward into the left knee. Let's catch hold of the right wrist with the left hand and lean to the left. Nice stretch for the right hip. So we're leaning away from the back leg. Good. Inhale, come back up, arms rise. Good. Slide the arms back behind you, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Good. Hug those inner thighs in, breathe. Feeling that strength again now in the left leg. Good. Take the arms forward for lightning bolt. Good. We'll add a little bit on here as well. So really start to feel that stability in both of your legs. See if you can hug the muscles tight onto the bones. Yeah, bring the hands to the heart. And let's take a twist, right elbow outside of that left knee if you can. If you can't quite reach, you can certainly drop your right hand down to the floor and raise your left arm up. Good, breathe. See if you can turn your gaze maybe even 1 inch further up. Good, slowly come forward, stretch the arms forward, lightning bolt. I know that leg's starting to feel tired here. Push into the left foot, rise up, crescent warrior. Awesome job, everyone. Keep breathing. If you think you're wobbly, you're not the only one. I'm seeing lots of wobbling out there. Keep breathing. Good. Warrior two. So now pivot and plant that right heel. Open the arms up to a T. Nice deep bend in the front knee. Make sure it's not collapsing in. Good. Let's reverse our warrior. Right arm down the right leg. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Nice side body stretch. Good. Side angle. Bring the left arm to the left thigh. Right arm swims all the way over that right ear. Breathe. Good. For those of us that want a little extra oblique work, stretch your left arm forward as well. So you'll be hovering. Good. Inhale, rise back up to warrior two. Exhale, take the hands down to the floor, slide the left leg back, top of a push-up. Breathe, hold here. Good. Option to pick up your right foot and hug that right knee towards the right shoulder. Good. Almost there. Keep breathing. Good. Slide the right toes back, tap them to the floor, chaturanga. Inhale through to upward facing dog, just a normal one this round. Exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe. We'll take about 5 breaths here in our downward facing dog. Just really notice the rhythm of your breath. And see if you can start to deepen it just a little bit more. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Really hugging those upper arm bones in, feeling the strength in the arms. Good. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. Exhale, step, jumper, float to the front of the mat. Good. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Inhale, arms rise, walk the big toes together, heels slightly apart. Exhale, chair pose, sit down and back. Good. Breathe. And maybe even close the eyes this round. Notice if you're feeling this in the low back. And if you are, remember, press your heels down and apart to create that space. See if you can sit down another inch. Good. Take the hands behind the low back, interlace the fingers, stretch the arms. Exhale, fold forward over straight legs. Let the arms float away from the back of the body. Good. Release the hands down to the floor. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step to the back of the mat, top of a push. I'm sorry, step your left leg back, drop the left knee down. Good. Inhale, arms rise, low lunge. Sorry about that, guys. Good. Yeah, so we have our right leg forward, left knee back. Breathe. Good. Float the arms back behind you, tuck the back toes, lift that back knee. Good. Here's where we really want to find the strength in that front leg. So push down through that right foot, swim the arms forward, lightning bolt. Good. Draw the hands to the heart, and let's take that twist. Good. So left elbow over the right thigh. If you can, press those palms into each other pretty energetically if you're feeling a little unsteady. Maybe turn your gaze up another inch. Good. Slowly unwind. Come back to lightning bolt. Stretch the arms. Drive down into your right foot. And as you inhale, crescent warrior, arms rise. So yeah, we're just feeling that movement in the hip joints. Nice job, everyone. Soften the eyes. Good. Warrior 2. Drop that left heel. Open the arms out to a T. Good. Breathe. Stretch the arms. Reverse warrior. Left arm down that left leg. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Find side angle. Right arm on right thigh. Left arm swims all the way over that left ear. Nice job. Good. If you want to, you can take that right arm off the right thigh and extend it back so you're hovering. Good. One more breath here. Inhale, rise back up to warrior 2. Exhale, swim the hands down to the floor. Slide that right leg back, top of a push-up. Pause here, breathe here. And now lift the left toes up as an option. And hug the left knee towards the left shoulder. Good, breathe. Good, slide that left leg back. Chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale through to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's drop the knees once again for child's pose. We have just one more standing round to get to after this. So come back to just noticing the breath. Maybe catching the breath. Take 3 more full rounds of breath here. Really filling the lungs up on this next breath in. And letting everything go. Last round standing. Inhale, come up to table pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. And exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Good. Inhale, lift halfway, find length. Exhale, fold, soften the knees. Nice job. Inhale, take the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great job, everyone. Inhale, take the arms up, walk the feet together. Exhale, chair pose, sit down and back. Good. Breathe here. Maybe even lift up all 10 toes, just checking in with the feet. We're going to move our twist to this pose now. So bring hands to the heart. And let's take that left elbow outside of the right thigh. Press the palms really firmly into each other. Gaze up towards the ceiling. And if you want a little deeper variation here, you can take your top hand into a fist and press it into the bottom hand. Really feel that right shoulder plugging back. See if you can sit down another inch. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Stretch the arms, regular old chair pose. I know the legs are getting tired. Bring the hands to the heart, twist in the opposite direction. Yeah, right elbow outside that left thigh. Maybe taking the left hand into a fist and pushing it into the right hand. Almost there. Good. Inhale, unwind, stretch the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Good. We're going to switch it up a little bit here. So inhale, lift halfway, find length. Exhale, plant the hands, step both of your feet now to the back of the mat, top of a push-up. Good. Breathe. Good. Remember, if you need or want that variation, you can certainly drop your knees to the floor. Otherwise, stay with me. Good. Lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale through to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take the left leg up in the air. And go ahead, bend the knee, open the hip. Feel free to move the knee around in little circles if that feels good to you. Good. Inhale, stretch the leg. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. And right away, crescent warrior, rise all the way up. Good. Breathe. Hug those outer hips into each other. Good. Grab hold of the right wrist with the left hand and lean to the left. Yeah. We're going to blend a little bit of what we did the first few times with this one. Good. Inhale, stretch the arms straight up. Exhale, warrior two, pivot and plant that right heel. Open those arms to a T. Good. Reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm reaches up and over. Good. Inhale, come forward. Warrior two, exhale, side angle pose, left arm to left thigh, right arm swims all the way up and over that right ear. Good, maybe taking that left arm so we're leaning, really getting into the side body and the obliques here. Good, almost there. Inhale, rise back up to warrior two. Stay with me now as we exhale, swim the hands down to the floor, surrounding that left foot, pivot onto the ball of the right foot, drop the right knee. Good. Inhale, arms rise, low lunge for just a moment. Yeah, pressing into those hip flexors, maybe feeling how much more open they are. And now as you exhale, drop the hands to the floor, shift the hips back for a nice hamstring stretch, a grounded one this time. Drop the weight of the head. And see if you can just let the upper body be really heavy. Know that we have that one more side to get to. So just appreciating the stillness and the ease of this one. Good. Slowly rebend into that left knee. And just meet me back in downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. Maybe right to down dog, maybe through chaturanga and up dog, but find your way to downward facing dog. And take a few breaths here. Good. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. Exhale, step jumper, float to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Nice. Inhale, arms rise all the way up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms rise, walk the feet together. Exhale, chair pose. It'll be our last chair pose. Sit down and back, breathe. And then again, close the eyes and just really notice where you're feeling this. If you're feeling the weight of the upper body pressing into the knees, shift the hips back just a little bit. And bring the hands to the heart. Good, let's take a twist, left elbow outside of right thigh. Good, sink those hips down a little bit further if you can, hips below heart. Inhale, come through, stretch the arms. Exhale, other side. Good. Inhale, come through, stretch the arms. One more breath. Exhale, fold forward. Awesome job, everyone. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step both of the feet to the back of the mat, top of a push-up. Pause here for a few breaths. Good. Really feel the stability here. Really feel the strength in the body. Press the floor away from you with both of your hands. Good. Lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale through to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, stretch that right leg up in the air, bend the knee, open the hip, maybe spiral the knee in little circles. Good, inhale, stretch the legs, square the hips. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Good, push into that right foot, rise up to that nice crescent warrior. Good. Now grab hold of that left wrist with the right hand and lean to the right. We'll pause here, maybe a few extra breaths. I know when we went through this one kneeling the first time through, I skipped this side, so a few extra breaths here. Hug the inner thighs in, really pressing into that front foot. We want to feel the stability here. Good, inhale, stretch the arms back up. Exhale, warrior two, drop that left heel, open those arms to a T. Good. Reverse warrior. Nice, side angle pose, almost there. Good, maybe stretch that bottom arm up as well. Get those obliques one last time. Good. Warrior two, rise back up. Exhale, swim the hands down to the floor, pivot onto the back foot, drop the knee. Inhale, arms rise, low lunge, starting to wind it down here. Good. And as you exhale, drop the hands down, shift the hips back, find that nice low hamstring stretch, drop the weight of the head down. A few more breaths, really tucking the chin here, really feeling that nice stretch in the back of the neck. Good. And then slowly come forward, rebend into that front knee. Find your way to downward facing dog. One last time. Good. And then drop the knees, find child's pose. We'll take a few breaths here. Good. And just really noticing that movement in the chest, the steadiness or the unevenness of the breath. Good. Let's slowly rise to hands and knees. Good. And then staying here, bring your right fingertips to the base of your skull. So there's a nice bend in your right elbow. Press the floor away from you with your left hand. And now as you inhale, just twist up. Try to keep your right fingertips on your head here. So we were just twisting from that upper back. As you exhale, right elbow hugs in towards left elbow. Good. This time, go ahead, open up, extend the right arm straight up. Try to keep the hips where they're at. Maybe gaze up towards that right hand. And as you exhale, thread the needle, right arm back behind the left. Come all the way down on the right side of the face. Good. Maybe wrap the left arm behind your back if you can. Yeah, really peeling that left shoulder back. Maybe pressing the right arm into the mat just a little bit more. Noticing that breath, no rush here. Good. And now as you exhale, drop the left hand back down, swim that right arm all the way back up in the air. And as you exhale, drop the right hand back down. Good. Now bringing the left fingertips to the base of the skull. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, elbow to elbow, crunch it in. Good. Inhale, open up, extend the left arm straight up towards the ceiling. Take your gaze up towards the hand. And exhale, thread the needle, left arm behind the right. Come all the way down if you can on that left shoulder. Good. Maybe wrapping the right arm behind the back. Good. Maybe twisting open just a bit more if you have the space. Good. Now dropping that right hand back down to the floor, swimming the left arm all the way back up and overhead. Exhale, bring the hand down to the floor. Good. And then slide the legs to one side or the other, and we're going to come to a seated position. Good. Just find a comfortable seat, maybe crossing the legs. Take a moment here, closing the eyes. And seeing if you can sit up nice and tall, really lengthening from the sacrum all the way up through the crown of the head. Good. Now we're going to take a mudra. It's my favorite one. The energetic meaning behind it is the will to persevere, which I think is super important right now. So feel free to blink the eyes open. We're going to take our left hand to face our heart. And then take your right hand to face your left hand and just go ahead and bind the fingers here. So really nice and strong bind in the fingers. Pull the fingers into each other and then reclose the eyes again. Feel the strength in the arms. Continue to sit up nice and tall. And keeping the spine now, stretching the arms straight up in the air. And we'll use our right fingertips to bend into our right elbow and just release now that left hand to your upper back. Grab hold of your left elbow with your right hand and just kind of lean over to the right just a little bit. If you'd like to, you can take your gaze underneath the left arm. As we inhale, stretch the arms back up. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Good. And now let's take our right palm to face our chest. We'll do both sides. Left hand to face the right. And then take that mudra. This is called Ganesh Mudra, the will to persevere. Pull the fingertips into each other, maybe feeling some strength in the shoulders, the upper back. Good. As we inhale, stretch the arms straight up. Good. And now bending into that left elbow. Let's just release that bind and bring your left hand to your right elbow and just lean to the left a little bit. Maybe gazing underneath that right arm. Inhale, release, gaze up. Good. Exhale, hands to the heart. And we'll go ahead and lie down onto our backs now. So just finding your way to lying down on your backs with a bend in the knees. We have just a little bit more to do here before Shavasana. So let's actually walk the feet out as wide as the mat. Let the knees knock in so you can check in with the low back and give the low back a little rest here. Maybe begin to rock the knees side to side. Just feel that movement in the hip joints. Good. And now hug just the right knee into the chest. Begin to roll into that right ankle. Maybe point and flex the foot. And let's cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Good. If your hips are still really tight here, feel free to stay here. Otherwise, pick up that left foot, interlace the hands behind the thigh, and just gently squeeze that left knee towards you. And really personal preference here. You can relax the left leg, you can point the toes, you can relax the foot or engage it. See if you can release the tailbone down towards the floor. And just a few breaths here. And slowly release. Uncross the legs. Set that right foot back down to the mat. Hug the left knee in towards the chest. Maybe point and flex the left foot. Roll the ankle in little circles. Good. And now crossing that left ankle over the right thigh. Feel free to deepen the pose, lifting that right foot up, interlacing the hands over the shin or the back of the leg. And seeing if we can keep the tailbone, the sacrum down on the floor here. And just one more breath. Good. And release. Unwind, hugging both knees into the chest. And let's take our arms out to a T. And really softly drop your knees to the right as you take your gaze to the left. Maybe remembering how it felt the first time we were here today. Relax that left shoulder. Let's take a really deep breath here in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Softly draw the knees back through center. And as you exhale, taking the knees to the left and your gaze to the right. Deep breath here in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Completely relaxing that outer left leg. And slowly, when you're ready, bringing the knees back through center. Hug the knees in, flex both of your feet, and press the heels away from you as you pull the knees towards you, just for a little traction here. Now softly release both legs down to the bottom corners of the mat. Let the arms rest comfortably alongside you. Softly turn your head from side to side. We'll take about a 3-minute Shavasana. So see if you can stay with me. Allow the eyes to soften. And let's take one more deep collective breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it all go. Enjoy your rest. See you in 3 minutes. Slowly begin to deepen the breath. Begin to move the fingers, the toes. And roll the wrists and the ankles. We're all unmuted now. Softly turn the head from side to side.
Like you're not okay.
Slowly
Oh,
stretch
good.
the
You're doing
arms
yoga too.
overhead. And exhale, bring the knees in towards the chest.
That was a real practice.
Good. Find your way to a seated position. Bring our hands to our hearts. Close the eyes. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, everyone. It was so great to see you. I saw a few faces in here that I didn't say hi to. Hi, Ken and Meryl.
Hi, Kate.
Thank you, guys. I'm going to be reaching out and kind of asking for feedback, see what you guys would like to see going forward. So please feel free to let me know. And it was so nice to see you guys.
Awesome. I feel great.
Good.
Thanks, Amy.
Thank you, guys. See you all soon, very, very soon.
Bye,
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Amy.
Awesome.
Bye, Shelley.
Bye.
I had glasses, I could see.